morning. It's still morning. Still. Okay. How are you? I'm doing well, except I'm crooked. I'm always crooked, huh? I think I'm just crooked. No, not that way. I'm pretty honest. This is Denise. Thank you for coming to my home. We are in the craft room, and I know you said, you're saying, I thought it was clean. Well, I guess you can't really see. I have a little spot here. I wanted to share with you. It is clean. It's just got piles of different projects. Yeah. I don't know. Can you keep a craft room clean? I mean, really clean and know where everything is? I don't know. I still have a big old wardrobe in the living room that's full of craft stuff that I need to bring in here too. It's just weird. I've got a lot of stuff, huh? I do. I'm very blessed. And I need to start doing stuff with it. I've got these great ideas. And you see a blank spot here, don't you? You want to lay down and take my blank spot, don't you? That kitty is Coco. We'll see what she does. By the way, they're doing really well since their spray. You wouldn't even know that they'd had anything done. It certainly hasn't slowed them down any. I went to Habitat yesterday, and I kind of posted that, and there were a couple of you that were interested in seeing what I got. It's a fun place to go. I don't know how many of you have Habitats where you live. Habitat for Humanity. I think they're in Canada, and they're all over the United States. It is an organization that was founded in the 70s and was boosted by Jimmy Carter. President Carter was very involved in Habitat for Humanity. And I'm sure that because he was, the popularity or the effectiveness of Habitat grew. It's an organization that provides housing for low-income people. You still have to pay for it and so forth, but the labor is all donated labor. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I think it is. I think it is. Anyway, the Restore stores are stores that first started, I believe, with just surplus building supplies. Anyway, when I got acquainted with Habitat, that was what it was. Well, since then, the Restores in this area anyway have diversified, and they carry everything. They do take donations, and our store in particular gets some wonderful donations. And you know, it's not like some of the other charity stores. I don't know that I want to name them, but they've gotten so expensive. Habitat has clothing for $1 for adults. For children, it's 50 cents. There are housewares, there's furniture, there's everything that you might want to have in a thrift store. There's another one. And this one is Marshmallow. Her foot is fine, by the way. For those of you that didn't know, the 2 babies were spayed last Friday, a week ago tomorrow, and they wrapped her foot, or her ankle, both of them, where the IVs were, and hers was too tight, and her little foot, like within a very short time, grew to about, I'm going to say 5 times the natural size, and I'm not exaggerating. It was huge. And she is more of a Heidi kitty. She comes out sometimes, But she came in and got on my lap, and I knew that there was something going on. No, no. Hey, leave that alone. And I looked at her foot, and I thought, oh my goodness. She didn't want me to touch it, and I got Peyton to hold her, and I cut the bandage off. And I was mortified because it was Sunday, and she was spayed on Friday. But it's back to normal. And I'm so, so glad. So what we're doing right now is we're going to go through the things that I bought at Habitat. Now I'm going to tell you first. Well, maybe I shouldn't tell you first. Okay, we'll just look at the things and then I'll tell you how much I spent. All right, first and foremost, I think I told you that I had a really curly wig that it was just too much for me. This is the wig. I cut it. It had big, bushy, curly sides down. And I cut about 3 inches off. And this is the remaining wig. It's a little different than what I've been wearing, and I kind of like it. The bangs aren't heavy. Like with the other wig, I have to do stuff with the bangs so that they're not quite so heavy. What do you think? It's definitely fun for a change. And boy, doing it was definitely fun. I cut it, and I don't have a stand for a wig. I have a wig head, but no stand for it. And I was trying to hold it between my legs and cut it, and the cats were up there in my face, and then they wanted to play with the hair as I was cutting it, and then the dogs wanted in and out, and by the time I got done, I was pretty frazzled. I was going to film it, but I'm kind of glad I didn't, because it didn't show the best side of me. I didn't say anything bad, but I was obviously frazzled. So anyhow, this is what I did. And the back is curly. So I kind of like, I mean, this is, I used to wear my hair like this. It wasn't gray then, but this is kind of, and this is kind of a blast from the past as far as a hairdo. So let me know what you think. I still am going to wear the other ones too, but this is fun for a gonna put it on thing, you know, maybe for, I don't know. Anyway, I don't go anywhere. I do, but I don't, you know, I kind of dress up for me. So after I went and renewed my registration and picked up the Walmart order in freezing cold, windy, icky weather, I came back to town, and in my town, my little tiny town, there's a Restore store. It moved from Anderson into Chesterfield. And yes, I am saying where I live. I'm in Indiana. I'm in Chesterfield, Indiana. Anyhow, I hadn't gone in several weeks, and I wanted to go. I would go every day if I could. So here we go. Some of the things that I found. I'm going to start in my little basket here. I found the basket. I'm going to use this for some of my artificial stuff. Maybe I can pull this down more and we can see more. Oh, that's cool. Now my head's cut off. But you've already seen that part. Hey, that's pretty good. I did that. You know, I was thinking about how far I've come in 3 months for someone that didn't even know how to take a screenshot. And God has just opened my mind, and sometimes my brain hurts because I'm learning so much. Anyhow, let's get back to it. The basket I got. Let me take these things out, and I can show them to you and put them back in the basket as I go, and eventually put them away. Now here's the receipt. I can't believe it was only this much. Now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It says 12 items, but I think there's more than that. I don't know. Oh, there's one thing I didn't bring in here. I got some, it's like spackling for holes in the wall that you can patch. I forgot to bring that in. I think what he did when he rang me up was to put like items together as one item. Here's the basket. It's a nice size basket. I'm going to this is where my Monstera plant is going to live. I've got to get it ready to receive it, but I think that this will be a good basket for it. Boy, camouflage. Now this basket was $2. I went there to buy this. This is an adapter, a 3-prong adapter. I have a shampooer, and I don't know why anybody would put white carpet in a house. Not in a house that I'm going to live in. And I do have white carpet in the 3 bedrooms. I tore the carpet out of the living room and the hallway. And that's a whole nother story. When I adopted Lacey, they forgot to tell me she was pregnant. And this poor thing had morning sickness for an awful lot of her pregnancy. And she pooped everywhere. She had diarrhea and she couldn't make it outside. And it was staining diarrhea, icky. So as much as I tried to clean it, I couldn't. And I hired somebody to pull all the carpet out. And I have hardwood floors now. In the family room, there's still white carpet. It's a different type of carpet. And she didn't potty in there. But with that being said, with all the traffic, and the carpet is horrible. And I haven't shampooed it for a while. It doesn't even come up white anymore. And eventually that's my goal, is to put laminate or hardwood in there. Okay, that's my story. Now, the adapter for the shampooer. I did find it, and I paid 25 cents for it. And of course, when you go in and find something, you got to find other things too, right? Well, I did. These are things that I was looking for at Christmas time, and I couldn't find them because of the time of year. I wasn't getting them for the tree, but in this room in particular, I've needed extension cords, and I found 3 of them, $1 a piece. And I found 2 of these. These are outlet extenders. This one happens to be a surge protector. And those are really expensive. I got them for $1 a piece. So, did I quit there? No. There's got to be more bargains if there was that one, right? You see behind me, this is where those shelves are that have all the dolls. Well, this is a tablecloth, a plastic tablecloth, and it was brand new in the bag. It hadn't been opened. It was great value. I paid $1 for it. And it's not necessarily what I would want, but it's fine. You know, it covers up the shelves and it gives me a little bit of a backdrop, and I like that. For $1. I bought another slip. I have a long white slip, and now I have a short white slip. And these are so pretty, you know. These are well made. I don't even know if you can buy this kind of stuff anymore. Maybe you can in the finer stores. I honestly haven't looked on Temu because I don't have a problem buying used undergarments. I will buy them and you wash them and you can have really nice stuff for very little. And all their clothing, adult clothing, is $1. So this was $1 for this slip. And no, I didn't quit there either. I saw this and I thought, that is so pretty. Can hang it on the wall. It's not a Christmas decoration. I've got pictures and stuff where, I mean, I kind of have, my walls are kind of full, but I know I can find a place for this. This was 50 cents. Isn't that pretty? And it's got the little rope hanger on there. And little stars, shooting stars. It looks kind of like a comet. Isn't this the most beautiful coffee cup ever? I think you know I like red. And it's brand new. It's part of a set. I know sometimes they get, well, it's still brand new. Okay, I didn't break it. Sometimes they get things in from the stores. And this was 50 cents. It's kind of got that retro feel with the ridges on it and stuff. It's a good coffee cup size. And I would have used it this morning, but I wanted to show it to you first. This is what I'm drinking my coffee out of right now. Okay. They generally have tables with free stuff and with stuff that's really inexpensive. And this was really cute. And it was 25 cents. And I guess I can see it as a little sewing basket. It has an inside basket in it. The inside looks like this. I think I'm going to put this together for one of my granddaughters. I'll have to wait until I can find another one so I can do this with both of them. But they're big girls, and oh gosh, it's even got a little pin cushion on the top. That's cute. That's what it is. It's a sewing basket. It has a Velcro closure, and it needs to be re-glued. I can do that. This was just 25 cents. They had marked it down from $2. That's really cute. I find cute most things that I look at, by the way. Now, yesterday was senior day, and they give you, it's either a 15 or 20% discount. So it was really a good time. I have a lot of stamps, stampers. I haven't used them a lot. I know I can though, and I want to. These are 2 new stamp pads. The brand is Ancient Page. I've never seen them before. I am not, I've told you this before, I'm not a crafter. I'm a crafter wannabe. I see things and see potential, and we're going to change that. Anyway, there are 2 stamp pads. They're full of ink. And I got, with this, there were 3 stampers. You see the picture? And the rubber stamp. They're brand new. They haven't been used. Or else they were washed really well. I kind of think they haven't been used, though. And then here is another one that has the same flower in it. But there are lots of little flowers. I've had some ideas about old cards. You know, doing something with the pictures, and can't really do it with cards that have been written on, but you can cut the face off. I've got lots of ideas. I don't know if they'll come to fruition. I'm trying. Now this is a little stamp that says Trevor on it. Someone must have bought it for their child. This one has been used. I don't know a Trevor, do you? If anyone knows a Trevor, let me know. Maybe we can make an arrangement. Okay, I gotta tell you, now this was made by hand, quilted by Grandma with love, D. It's got a tag on it with a rocking horse. It looks like maybe it was washed once or twice. It's all hand quilted. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And it's big. I was thinking about hanging this across, and I still might, but it's a little bit heavy. Wouldn't that be pretty up there? You know how much I paid for this? $1. Just $1. Now I have to tell you that it was a gentleman checking me out, and this was not marked. And I asked him, you know, I said, it's not marked. What do you want for it? And he said, how about $1? Well, I had picked up some scrap wood, little pieces of scrap wood, just 2 or 3 pieces, but they were small. They weren't even a foot long, and he wanted $1 a piece for them. So you can see the value in the eyes of a gentleman maybe aren't the same as they are in the eyes of myself. I thought this was just a wonderful, wonderful deal. My shelf on the floor. Okay. So we did the stampers. I was able to find a couple of I always look at candles. I like candles, and I use a candle warmer. I think, I know I've told you that. Anyway, I found this, and this is for a candle warmer, and you know, it has a metal base at the bottom so it can absorb heat, and it'll make the candle melt better. I'm so excited to use this, and I think it'll work with my candle warmer. My candle warmer is very short, and I have other candle warmers that I have one with a light on it. You were with me when I unboxed that. I bought it from Temu. But I also have like the open candle warmers that you can set a candle on top of, and this would be perfect for that. I never was able to get a good melt on my candles because so much heat escapes from the candle warmer when it's not contained or have a light down on it. Now, I paid 50 cents for this. Good deal, huh? It's very heavy. And this is another candle holder. 50 cents. These are the cards that I found. Whoops. Now, some of them are really, I think that a church might have bought them for their parishioners that are doing, you know, different things. They send them out a get well greeting. There are several of them. And then there's confirmation cards. But the pictures are really pretty. That's the same, that's the same, that's the same. And I found a couple for Grandma. I'll have to sneak them into my grandkids so they can send them to me. There's one. These all have envelopes. Look at the flowers on that. Isn't that beautiful? This is a get well greeting. And some of these I'll go ahead and keep because I do send cards sometimes. This is a get well also. Now there are 2 bundles of cards here. This bundle, and I paid I think I paid 50 cents a bundle for them. They're anniversary cards. They're really vintage. They're pretty. Anniversary cards, lots of them that are the same. Happy anniversary, happy. That's why I'm thinking that it might have been a church that had these cards, and some of them I'm going to go ahead and give back to their hospitality leader person. And as your lives are joined together, and bride and groom. I couldn't really look at these before I bought them. I just saw, actually this was the top card on that bundle, and I saw that and I thought that was quite pretty. Kind of reminds me of something for Valentine's Day. More ideas, huh? All right. Now, this is an iron. It's an iron. It's a very old iron. And I can barely hold it because it's so heavy. Can you imagine in days past when you had these on the stove and you had to pick it up with a grip because they were so hot? And this is what women did ironing with. That's just crazy. This was $5. It's an antique, I'm sure. I'm going to display it. That's where irons got their name. If this is iron, it's really, really heavy. And with the discount, you know, it says $5, but I didn't pay $5 for it. Now, up by the register, we have baskets of jewelry. I almost felt like a trader looking at it, but I'm so glad I did. I probably will be eventually getting a booth at as a local vendor. I think that might be the way that I'm going to branch out. I'm not sure. But now these pieces, this was 50 cents. It's really pretty. I love the beads. They're wooden beads. And it's got metal beads on the inside. It's a pretty heavy piece. This is all crafted jewelry. This kind of reminds me of something you might get on Temu. I would get, anyway. Isn't that pretty? This would look nice with this. They're leather, they're little leather straps, or little leather laces, And these are wood pieces. And this is, I'm sure it's brass. And I think it was handmade. And that kind of looks like the bottom of a candlestick. But whoever made it had a great idea. It's very lovely. 50 cents. Now this was one of the finds that I have today that I'm really glad that I found. This necklace is marked sterling silver. And I can tell by looking at it that it's a fine piece of jewelry. $0.50. Let's see, I've got to get the bail got twisted on this. There we go. It has a square box chain on it that's marked sterling. And this piece is encased in sterling. And I don't know if this is resin that's been poured in there or what, but there's sparklies and it's purple. It's really pretty. And it has a really nice lobster claw clasp, and then hanging off of that is the little piece that tells that it's sterling. Now some of these I might take apart and use for something else. I don't know. These aren't bad earrings. They're mother of pearl. There are lots of little ones, so they would shine, you know, sparkle. I guess I like jewelry, huh? This has whet my appetite to go back for more. This is a beautiful piece. Black and red and white. And look at the clasp on there. It's really pretty. This is another piece that would look good with this. This has a clasp that you push it down and put it in there. There's another piece that's got some, these beads almost look like they're carved. I don't think they are, but they give you that illusion. This is one that has, you know, you screw it together, the connector. I just ordered from Temu, I ordered magnetic ones. I have a really hard time with putting together necklaces that don't go over your head. I have to get help with them. And I thought that because they're short, I thought that maybe replacing the clasps with the magnetic would be a little easier for me. This is so pretty. And these were all, let's see, I want to say, these two came together, and these were 50 cents. There's more jewelry than this. Where did it go? I guess I left some stuff in there. I'll have to run in and get it. This is another piece that the beads are metal, and then the spacer bead, they kind of feel like wood. These are costume, except for the silver. These are all costume pieces, but they're fine costume jewelry. It's got a special kind of a clasp in the back. I will go and be right back. Hold on. I don't know how I can lose things just sitting in one spot. I got these candles, and they're ones that are connected, so they have that vintage feel. I paid 50 cents for these, and there are 2 more sets of candles. How can I lose this stuff? I sit in one spot, and then I brought it all in here. I will find them. But these were 50 cents. And some were kind of a red, and they're a rough, rustic feel. And those were 50 cents. The 2 pieces of jewelry that I wanted to show you, one is oh gosh, they're just really pretty. I just don't know what happened to them. I can blame the cats, but I can't really blame the cats, can I? I don't know. Anyhow, that's the jewelry. And then this is a bookmark, and it says, thirsty? Then drink up. Drink with me from God's bottomless well. Max Lucado. If anyone is thirsty, let him come to me and drink. John 7:17. And it's a beautiful bookmark. Dayspring, it still has the Dayspring sticker on the back, and this was $1. I happily paid $1 for that. Now this is the last thing that I have to show you right now. You know, you really are a pain. Do you think that maybe you could stop just for a minute? I picked this up and I thought, oh, I didn't kill it. I thought it was really pretty. It's a rose, and it's a candle holder. It's got so much detail to the petals. And you know, my vision isn't great right now, so I didn't really notice. I couldn't decipher what it said on the bottom, but this is Dresden. I've looked it up, and this little piece is probably about $30 or $40. I wind up doing this when I don't know if I just have an eye for glass or what, but it's really, really pretty. So then bear in mind that there were a couple more things of jewelry that were 50 cents each. This is well more than 12 items. So he must have combined stuff. My receipt says, what do you think it says? Add it up quick. The grout that I got, it's not grout, it's to seal the wall. That was $3, and or $4, and the iron was $5. And let me see what the discount was. It does. Everything has a discount on the... Goodness, how much of a discount did I get? It was all grouped because houseware's 5 items and so forth and so on. My total was $20.09. Now, there are times when $20.09 would be an awful lot, and it is an awful lot still. I mean, I'm so grateful. This was I think, a really, really special time that I went and was able to secure some really beautiful things. The 2 bracelets that I have yet to show you, one is sterling, one is not, but it's amethyst beads, and they're beautiful. They're both bracelets. So, I'm going to turn you off for just a minute, and we're going to stay in here, and I have a craft that I wanted to talk to you about, at least talk to you about, and do part of it. So, with that all being said, I'll see you in just a minute. Well, I'm still really befuddled about what happened to those pieces. I went back in the living room and looked, or the family room and looked again. I'm gonna have to check the trash before it goes out. I have all these visions of, you know, I kind of get in these frenzied modes of I've got to get it cleaned up, and I have been known to throw away things before that I haven't meant to. Okay, well, I'm kind of disassembling this thing that I was doing for Christmas, the wreath that I was doing for Christmas. I'll go ahead and leave the one piece of red in here. I'm going to take the pine cones off. And we'll just do something for Valentine's Day. And that'll be fun. We can do a wreath for Valentine's Day, can't we? Even if it's a evergreen, it's still winter time, and I guess that evergreen can be for this too. Come on. Clippers here somewhere. When I find those things, I'll show them to you. This will haunt me until I figure out what I did with them. In the meantime, I'll use my magic scissors. Now, these aren't my shears, but they're a heavy-duty pair of scissors. It's a good thing because I cut everything with them. I have some pliers, you know, cutting pliers, but of course I didn't get those in here. I'd really like to be able to untwist this. And it feels like I'm getting it untwisted, and then it twists again. I should be able to just untwist it. What do y'all think of the wig? Well, I showed it to you in the last video. Well, earlier in this video. These are all going to be together. It's more comfortable because I don't have as much on my face. I got it undone. Yay! Now the pine cones are next. I'm just going to cut these. I want to do this winter thing with these. Remember I got these? I'm still planning on that. I have something that's coming that's supposed to be part of it, so I don't want to start it until I have everything that I need for it. Okay, so that's going to go here for now. But these shed just like a real tree. It's just a mess. Now with my last Dollar Tree venture, I showed you these things. And I had these from Temu. So I think what I want to do, my goal, is to take these hearts and stick them onto the ribbon that I got. These hearts they're sticky back. You think I should put them on there before I make the bows or after? I don't know. I guess it's all going to be hit and miss because, boy, I haven't done this before. I can't seem to get the cellophane off of the ribbon. I have no nails, as you can see. I need to give my fingers a break. I have a portion of one that's still on and a portion of another one that's still on. I need to soak those off, and then I'll probably file things down and just give myself a break for a few days. I like the nails a lot. Now this ribbon is from Dollar Tree, and it has the wire on both sides, so it makes it kind of fun to play with. And there are 9 feet, so it's 3 yards. I expect I'll be using it all. I was kind of thinking of, ouch, this chair has a thing in it that hits my back right where I have issues. I'm thinking of doing this like a candy cane, kind of wrapping it around and around. And then making a bow. Never done anything to decorate for Valentine's Day before. I guess be around Temu very long. There are holidays that you're going to celebrate that you probably wouldn't have otherwise. I kind of like to celebrate some of the Jewish holidays. I'm going to have to find out about the festivals and see when they are and what they do. Because of the origin of ours, you know. I really cut myself short on ribbon. I didn't think I would. I can still make a little bow though. But just. Until I'm being very exacting with this. Not. But there's enough for a bow there. I need to tie this so that it's not going to come off. These kinds of things are a little difficult for me. My hands don't want to work as well as they used to. Just find a different way to do it, I guess. So now my head tells me that I need to fluff things up and I like this wreath. It's not quite as full as the one that I did for, that we did for Christmas. It makes it a little easier to work with, I think. I was thinking of interspersing these on the wreath too. I better get my glue gun out and get it heated up. I was not as prepared as I should have been for this. I'm sorry. My head never stops anymore. You know, I'm thinking of stuff to do all the time. I gotta plug this in. I think I need another broom. Well, it takes a minute for it to heat up. Of course, you got to turn it on first, right? Oh, the sun is coming out. I wonder if that's going to mess up our lighting. I hope not. This is an old box that I'm going to put together and make something really cool out of it. A shadow box of some kind. So, let's see here. What can I do for a bow? Probably going to have to be a really simple bow. My rings aren't fitting me anymore. You know, we got a lot of warning about this storm that's supposed to be coming. I thought it was supposed to start last night. And so far, so good. Maybe we will escape it. Don't know. I like pretty bows. I don't know that I'm making this a pretty bow. It's kind of fun with the ribbon with the wires in it. I think I made this backwards. I can always turn it. Let's got it on both sides. I have a tendency to worry things to death. Okay, I'm going to cut this at an angle because that's what they do, what people do with their ribbons. So it must be what I'm supposed to do. Where's my trash can? Oh, here it is. Here. Okay, I got all my stuff put away. I wonder where I put it. Here's some finer wire. Ring just doesn't want to stay on anything. Enough to work with. This is real fine wire. I had this and I didn't realize it, but that's a good thing. Now I have some heavy duty wire and I have some fine wire. Oops. I'm just taking the wire and wrapping it around. I'm sorry. My hands don't work very well. Maybe one of you could come and help me here. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay. Oh, shoot. I'm going to have to do it around this way and then turn it around, I think. Kind of like how I put my bras on. I don't know if I have enough left to do a... You guys knock it off. I know there's nothing out there. Does that look okay? I think I need to do some Now, if I had the foresight to think of this better, I would have gotten 2 things of ribbon and not just one. it didn't occur to me that 9 feet wouldn't be enough. Okay. Well, let's see how sticky these guys are. I've got glue all over my fingers already. I know. Put the glue sticks in the freezer. I forgot. I'm sorry. They have these doodads on Temu to put over your fingers so you don't glue your fingers. So I'm going to be putting hearts on this. Tell me when to stop. I have a tendency to overdo. I know I'm not there yet, but these are really nice and sticky. There are some little ones up here too, I think. Little bitty ones, where are you? There's one. Now I bought this wreath secondhand a long time ago. Let's see, I'm gonna put a pink one in the middle of that one. And I bought the ribbon for $1.25, and I bought the hearts for $1.25. It doesn't cost a lot to do things like this. And like I said, I would get another roll because I like big bows. But with the hearts on here, maybe that would just have been overkill. Sometimes things just kind of fall into place the way they're supposed to. Well, they always do. I'm going to put another one. Can you see what I'm doing here? I'm taking the hearts, and I have a big heart and then a medium-sized heart and the little heart in the middle on the bow. That's one. I'm going to be doing this. And I'm sure I'll put hearts ribbon that's twisted too. At least I think I will. I wonder if it would be overkill if I put hearts on the bow part. I'm not going to do that just yet. So I'm going to do a big heart. I could have these heart things all over the place. I'm really glad that I did the trash can right. I've got a trash can in here. And then I'm putting a medium-sized heart. And I'm kind of putting them askew. They're not like straight up and down or sideways. They're kind of askew because that's me. I don't put my furniture up against the walls either. I guess some I do, but most of it I don't. There's one person in particular that has subscribed to this channel that's known me for a number of years, and I'll bet she laughs because she knows me. Yeah, I think I'm going to put one on the bows too, but I'll get it around here first. It'd be kind of fun to have a wreath up. My poor neighbors, they look at my house and there's not a lot I can do. So at least they can look at a pretty wreath, huh? My footprint, I like to try to keep my footprint small. I don't recycle as much as some people do. They don't do recycling in this town. The same company that does trash pickup in the adjoining big town does it here, but they don't do recycling here. It's kind of weird. I wonder why they decided not to recycle here. Oops, that's not right. Okay, this is what we're looking at so far. What do you think? Whoops. Let me see the hearts. And then I'm going to put these on with the glue gun around and about. I wonder if I could do this. I know this is kind of late in the game, but maybe I can. Let's do a couple more of these and make my bow fuller with the net. Is that enough wire? I gotta get longer wire on here. Can always cut it off, but start on this side. Oh, phooey, come on. Turn it over and do it this way. See if that works any better. I just can't seem to hold on to these wires. Oh, nuts. I lost it. Try again. Years ago, they had at McDonald's you could get movies in the kids' meals. American Tail, and there were several. Anyway, one of the characters I can see him, and I can see him saying, you know, if at first you don't succeed, try again. My kids used to watch these movies. I didn't let them watch regular TV. I had a VCR and we watched, they watched regular TV sometimes. I mean, you know, it was, I didn't let them watch regular cartoons. Generally, there were some that were okay, but there were others that weren't. And if I had the VCRs, I knew what they were watching, and I was good with that. And they would watch their movies, and they would anticipate what was going on. And when there was running in the movie, they would run, and it was just fun. It was so fun to watch them as they grew up, and they took such great delight in little things. And you know, I had a bunch of kids. Very blessed to have the children that I have. And they were all their own best friends. I just dropped a bunch of hearts here. And it was fun. You know, they would do a lot together, and I hope that as they raise their children that they have those kinds of memories too. Okay, the way I did this, I think I did it this way. Is that right? I'm going to try to make a double one here. Here's Mama Kitty coming to say hello and wreak havoc. Come on, get out of the camera. Come on, move. Thank you. Well, that was short-lived. You really need to be up here? Do any of you do journaling? I've started it. Many times I've started, and then I miss days, and then I don't, and I guess I've started thinking that, you know, even though I've missed days and stuff like that, that there are days that I haven't missed, and it would be nice to be able to go back in and recount those memories. Kind of like with my baby books, with my first babies, I had great baby books, and then as the babies kept coming, I wound up not doing as much because I was washing diapers and stuff. But those of you that have done some journaling, have you sat down and looked back to see, you know, what it looks like? And have your kids been interested in your journaling? Okay, now I know I have another end of this wire. Where'd it go? There it is. And why do I keep just cutting a little bit too little? What is that saying? Measure twice and cut once. I don't think I measured at all. I've eyeballed things for years. And for the most part, my eyeballs did fine. But since my eyeballs are not doing fine now, I probably need to start measuring. I've got to make an appointment and get in there. I'm getting it. I'm getting it, I think. I don't have a lot of feeling in my hands. When my neck went, a lot of that stuff went along with it. I got back some because I was quadriplegic. And boy, I'm so grateful for where I am. You know, it could have been a whole different story than it is. Well, it's kind of a strange looking bow. What do you think? I need to aim my camera a little bit because of my little sweet kitty. Does that look okay? If it was hanging up? I hope so, because that's kind of what we got. I don't know if I should put I can put hearts on these bows too. I think it's kind of fun when you're crafting that you can have in your mind's eye somewhat of a picture of what you're doing, but you can always change that. It's not something that's set in concrete, you know. You don't have to do exactly what you think. You can always alter your plans, and that's a good thing. It's a good lesson in life, you know. The only thing constant in life is change. Truly. Truly, truly. I try to tell Peyton that. She gets so disappointed sometimes because people tell her one thing and do another, and that's just kind of the way life is. For those that, you know, don't have the same kind of a moral compass. Just because you tell someone something, it doesn't mean you're going to do it. But our God never changes, and that's, you know, He's always there for us. Our God will never fail. Okay, let's see here. I know everyone is from different parts of the United States, Canada, the UK. I know some of you are from Australia. And I have one viewer that's from Tanzania. No, not Tanzania. Tasmania. And I thought that was kind of cool. Is that Tasmania? I think so. You know, when you're raised in a particular area, and you're raised with certain norms in your life, and when your global vision changes as you get older and see, you know, that's not necessarily the way everybody's raised, or that's not necessarily the way that everybody speaks English. It's pretty cool, you know. And to know that, you know, we don't really speak English. The people that really speak English are spoken a long time before we did, and we've kind of convoluted it, changed it. I watch, I have the TV on all night. I think I've told you this. And I have it on Antique Roadshow UK. I have a lot of sounds in my head that from the veneers that I have, it causes weird sounds. Anyway, I turn the TV on at night, and I kind of have something on all the time. And I think part of it is because the other stuff is so loud. I wonder if I need those on all of the ribbons. Let's see. Now I'm going to put some up here. Where are you guys? I hear you rustling around and stuff. There's some furniture over at Habitat that I'd like to get a hold of, like some shelves and stuff for in here. And I don't have the muscles to get it here. I'm going to see if I can negotiate a donation. They could pick up a donation and bring the furniture while they're at it. That would be super. Maybe that would work. Oh, come on, guys. Cut it out. I think this is growing into a really pretty little thing. Watching the clock here. If you have to go, you can go. Maybe pick it up later. I am going to do a haul after a while too. I'm a glutton for punishment here. I really enjoy what I do though. I honestly do. You guys have come to mean so much to me. And being able to do these things with you. Okay. So let's see what I can do with these. These are the little balls. I honestly don't know what's going to happen with the glue gun with these, if they're going to do okay with the glue gun. We shall see. Using a glue gun, it kind of, whoa, they're falling. I won't be making another wreath out of this, I don't think. Well, I'm going to have little balls all over the floor. I hope the cats don't notice. Somehow I think that's a spit in the wind thing, though. I wonder how many viewers there are in Indiana. We're doing okay with subscribers. Oh, I wanted to talk to you about that. I'm going to put it on my other video too, but I've only been around for 3 months. And we're doing well. I'm very grateful for each and every one of you. And one of my subscribers, actually she was my very first subscriber outside of family, and she said, you know, she said, your videos stopped coming up, and she said, I had to look for you. And apparently she got unsubscribed. And that wasn't by her design. Have any of you had issues like that before? And please check to see if you're subscribed. Make sure that your subscription is still there. I don't know why they would do that, or why their technology would do that. Because I would think that it's to YouTube's benefit to have subscribers. Ah! Ow! That glue gets hot. But do check. She went ahead and resubscribed and found me. She said she, of course, remembered the channel name and was able to find us that way. But she was rather concerned that things like that would happen, and I get that. Me too. So check and make sure that your subscriptions are still good. And if not, please resubscribe. I don't want to lose any of you because of something like that. Well, we're almost. Getting there. As I was saying though, it's not expensive to do this kind of stuff, generally. You can spend a lot of money on new stuff, or you can go and buy secondhand and repurpose. And I do a lot of that. You'll see as we get going, I bought some furniture that I want to refinish, and actually there's furniture that I was given. I have 2 rocking chairs out in the garage that are beautiful. They're old. And I've been it's been hard with the health issues that I've had. And God is so good, there are days when I have some issues and days that I don't, and I'm grateful, so grateful for what I have. God is so good. Okay, I have an issue with Peyton. Maybe you guys can help me. She does not want to wear a coat to school. She's still wearing her same uniform, except now she's wearing long pants. And when I say uniform, it's not really a uniform. She's wearing a gray sweatshirt and blue jeans. Well, black jeans. And she has a shirt on underneath of her sweatshirt. And she has there's nothing wrong with the coat that she's got. It's a coat, but she won't wear it. I'm really concerned about her health. It's getting pretty cold out there. And I don't want her to get sick. I remember when the kids were young, the older kids were young, and they would do wacky things like wear swimming suits in the wintertime and in the house. And put on sweatsuits when it was hot. But that was all, you know, stuff that could be remedied. It wasn't a big deal. This is a concern for me. I really don't want her to get sick. And she's 15, you know. I can't physically make her do anything. I can consequence her, but that's a no consequence because she spends all of her time in her room anyway. And I don't want to consequence her. I want her to learn appropriate things. And most of you know that she's on the spectrum. She is not being diagnosed at this point. It's near impossible to get any kind of help with that. I think that there are children that definitely have issues, but then I think that it's been overdiagnosed. I think. So trying to get any kind of a benefit for her or learning skills for me. I mean, you know, even help me out. I'm not looking for money or anything like that, but it would be nice to have things that I can do to help her. And I know that she's going to learn differently than other children. Every child learns differently. But if you have any ideas, let me know, please. I'm really open to suggestion. Okay. Oh, little balls are falling everywhere here. What do you think? Come on, I know you can stay up there. This is the one that's broken, and I can use it for little bits, but okay, well, I will hang it outside and take a picture, and I'm going to sign off now for now, and I will see you again very soon.